My name is Ronnie Parsons. I am a community coordinator with the county police. I've been with the county police now for 4 years. Prior to that, though, I was with Mount Holly Police, where I worked there for about 10.5 years.
After high school, Parsons knew that the Marines was his main focus, so he decided to enroll for 4 years.
But it started with initially wanting to go to the military, where I joined the Marines right after high school. Once I knew I was going to do 4 years there and was going to get out, police is something I always wanted to do. I've always kind of went in that direction. I've always been interested in it ever since watching Cops, the animated series on TV at 5:30 in the morning, right after the animated Dennis the Menace. So it's always something I wanted to do and just kind of moved in that direction. With all the news and coverage and things, you always see the bad stuff, but a lot of the calls we go on, it's somebody's always wanting to help somebody else that's in need, be in a position to help people. That's why we get into this job as well. We're always, wanting to help somebody, inspire people to change, to move in the direction they need to. But it's really just that overall, people are good. People want to be good. They want to help each other. So that's what I'm overall like in the theory of law enforcement. As a police officer, you wear many hats. Outside of patrol, started off as a patrol officer with the city of Mount Holly. Got promoted to corporal there, wherever saw a shift. Got certified through the state for that part of it. When I switched over to the county police, I was here for about a year and got on the emergency response team, or our SWAT team, flag displays and things like that. I'm over the Governor's Highway Safety Program, which is a traffic initiative through the state that we're a part of here at the county police. I'm on the Explorers program, an advisor on it, and also the community coordinator now. Been that for about 2 years now. So many hats, many responsibilities, and it keeps me busy throughout the day. So that's the bad thing about, when we're getting there, it's usually stuff's fresh. It's happening right there in the moment. So we got to try to make sure we keep things, as pristine, yeah, exactly. Perfect word, thank you, sir. Pristine. We don't want to try to move things or cause any more damage to the scene, because it's the little things that amazes me when you look at, just watch Investigation Channel and some of these other ones, that thing that was out of place that just didn't seem right, that somebody went back and saw and was like, let's look at that, and then it ended up being the weapon that somebody ended up wiping down and trying to place, or hair on it or things like that. So just be mindful of trying to keep everything the way it was as much as possible while we're still doing the initial, checking the house to make sure nobody else is in there. Some of these other things that we have to do before we can even get started on documenting the crime scene and photographing it and things like that.
Parsons explains the hardships that COVID-19 has placed on normal police work since 2020.
As a community coordinator, it has a significant impact. One of my responsibilities is community watch, church events, public information, getting out there, providing identity theft information, scams, educating the public on what crimes are emerging and how to prevent some of those. So that's significantly reduced our impact on being able to get out and talk with the community, bring everybody in, sit down and provide that information to them. I would say knowing all case law and the reason why we do what we do. That we just don't stop a car just because we want to stop a car. You got to have certain things to be able to stop one. You got to be able to have certain things to be able to enter a house or respond to a domestic and arrest somebody and things like that. So a lot of it's just knowing what gives us the authority or the power to do it. But how do you know that car's speeding? What instruments, tells us that vehicle speed and corroborates our estimation of the speed. So a lot of that's just the why behind what we do. And really it's just school and just the, things that wasn't important at the time in high school. Knowing that I was going to the Marines, I really didn't pay too much attention, made good grades and everything, but it's just like, I'll never use this. Math is not one of my strong suits, and then now just about everything I do involves math, from traffic reconstruction to speed enforcement to those things. So it's funny, the things that we think that we're not going to use is the stuff that we end up with daily we're dealing with.